Caspar, Atomic Force, one of your runners on Wednesday night at the Valley, went very close last time over this trip. You must have been sort of very pleased with the performance.
Yeah, for sure. Again, he's only won a race for us last season. He's run a couple of good races. This season he's going good. I believe that he's just understanding what we want of him. We've been trying to get him to settle for a long time, and if he does that, we're in business. He's got a decent gait in 5. It wouldn't matter where we went with him right now. We could go forward as long as he understands to respect the jockey a little bit. He'll be competitive again.
I guess with all that in mind, Caspar, Harry Bentley's obviously been a key component in all that, trying to get him to settle.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, he's done a good job with them, and the horse presents well, and there's no reason why he hopefully can go one better than last time.
You mentioned that one and only win for you so far. That was 1,000. This is 12. Last time was 12. Where are we with his distance? I mean, his wins in France were down a straight 1,200 metres, but he seemingly gets this 6 furlongs, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does get the 6. Like I said, this is about him, how he is. If he behaves himself and is tractable and doesn't over-race, then 6 is perfect for him at the Valley.
He won off 77 last term. You confident you've got a couple of pounds in hand, perhaps, of his current mark?
Yeah, he's on his mark, but, like these types of horses, once they start to take it all in, they can hopefully rack a couple of wins up for the team.
One horse that did manage to get that win is Skyart. Great to see you and Blake Shin team up again. He looks like a nice progressive horse.
He's a very progressive horse. I've had a high opinion of him from day one. We haven't had the best of luck with the 3 draws he's had, and I think you'll see the best of him once he gets a nice sitting behind the speed over 1,400 and even a mile later on. But his next start he'll go straight to 1,400. And hopefully we get a good gate where we can ride him a little bit conservative and show us what he's got in the last part of the race.
Douglas Whyte, Ace Power is a newcomer for your stable on Wednesday night. What more can you tell us about him than what we already know from the trials? He's looked okay.
He's a nice horse. He does everything professionally. He hasn't put a foot wrong really since he stepped into my yard, and he's ready for his first race. He's going to need this run. He needs the experience, and he hasn't been wound up. He's had enough trials, and as I said, he's forward enough to go to the races. Fortunately, he's got a gate that's going to help him, but he's a thorough professional, and he does everything right.
On those trials, Douglas, I mean, he's obviously, he looks as if he just takes that bit of time for everything to sort of work itself out. But when it has done, he's worked home well, hasn't he?
He has. As I've said, he's done everything professionally. He is still raw. You've seen that in his trials, and hence the reason he takes a bit of time to wind up. But when he gets his momentum going, and when he does wind up, he moves nicely.
He would seem, Douglas, as if he's had the full education, been up to Chung for a little bit. He's had the Happy Valley trial as well. Has he come through all that quite nicely?
He has. He's handled everything I've given to him. You've obviously seen that he's been up to Chung for his trial there. He handled the Valley very well, and I thought it was a good opportunity for him to start his career off there. He seemed to go around the track well, and he hit the line strongly.
Going back to the weekend, Douglas, you had 3 runners. All 3 of them hit the frame. The most notable, of course, was in the last, Blue Marlin. Just a word on him, because he's sort of developing into a little bit of a stable star and favourite, I would imagine. Yeah,
he is. He's come a long way. He has been a handful, and it's been a tedious job, to say the least, having to get him where he is. He's I wouldn't say he's a barrier rogue, but he's had a few issues in the gates and with the gates, and he smashed up his head before he even raced. So he's come a long way, and he's getting better, and he showed a bit of courage on the weekend with the heavy weight. Hugh gave him a 10 out of 10 ride. He made the difference, but he still had to carry the weight, and the first 2 drew well clear of the rest, and he stepped out every time, and he's been ultra consistent.
Just finally, obviously another of your stable stars, Russian Emperor. We haven't spoke since he last ran abroad. How's he returned?
He's come back good. He's in quarantine at the minute. I thought he ran a terrific race. It was 3 seconds, 3-point-something seconds slower than last year, and he came from last, and he ran home and earned prize money. So I thought he ran tremendously well, and he's back now. He's going to have a spin round on the turf this morning, and look, he's healthy and he's travelled well. He loves travelling, so it's done him the world of good.
Harry, Wednesday night racing, off to Happy Valley we go. You've got a pretty decent book of rides, but one that really does stand out is in the 7th, Watch Buddy. He's a horse you've got a really good association with, and he's won his last 2.
Yeah, that's right. He's a horse that's in fantastic form, and he's been ultra consistent throughout his career. obviously he's going up again in the weights, but yeah, we couldn't be coming into the race better.
That form's really looking pretty decent now. I mean, the horse he beat 2 starts ago was Raging Blizzard. He's won since, and Healthy has sort of run well as well. So the form's certainly solid.
Yeah, it is solid, and he's a horse that never wins by overly far, but he always just does enough, and he's extremely game, just sticks his head out to the line.
How much more demanding is this going to be for a horse like him, Harry? Because he's obviously got an upwardly mobile profile, 4 wins from 10, but the fact he's got to carry a decent weight, he's up a few pounds, of course, it's going to be that bit tougher, isn't it?
Yeah, there are a few factors counting against him this time. He's been a horse that's been quite fortunate with his draws in the past, and obviously we're going to be starting from gate 9, which makes life a little bit harder, especially the fact he's got more weight on his back. So we'll have to slightly go to the drawing board and see what we want to do with him, whether or not we just push forward and try and get him into a handy spot. I'll speak to Ricky more in depth with that, but yeah, there are a few factors to contend with.
And how has he been since then, Harry? I noticed you have had a sit on him since his last win.
Yeah, I sat on him a couple of times and he feels great. He's extremely generous horse in his work. He always does his bit and he feels fantastic, so I couldn't be happier with his form.
Your form's very good as well. 10th in the Premiership now, Harry. A double across the weekend. Nice trophy to collect as well. Things are going great.
Really, really good. Couldn't be happy with the form I'm in at the moment, and I've got some nice rides coming up, so I just hope I can keep that momentum, and I'll be very happy.
Did I read somewhere that was a double, of course, but you've ridden a few doubles now this season, haven't you?
Yeah, I think someone said it was my 6th of the season, so obviously you've got to be very happy with that. Come in pairs. Yeah, hopefully there are more to come. We've got a lot left of the season.
You've got some nice rides, Harry, just on this guy. Just a quick overview. Obviously, there's this guy, Watch Buddy, but you've also got Atomic Force, who you know well. You've got a nice newcomer for Douglas Whyte and Ace Power. So you must go to the races full of confidence this Wednesday night. Yeah,
of course. When you've got a full book as well, that's always nice, but especially when there are a few nice highlights in amongst them. As you mentioned, Atomic Force, he ran a mighty race to finish 2nd and narrowly denied in the last stride last time. So, yeah, we've got some nice chances on the night and just need to make them count.
Derek, Joyful Life, your mount in the final race on Wednesday night. He's only had the 1 run here at Happy Valley. That was last time, but it was a really good run.
Yes, he did one very good. First time at Happy Valley, so he was a little bit fresh for him, a little bit new for him, so he did look around. But good or not, he made him more relaxed during the race. He wasn't too aggressive, so he can finish good. Yeah.
How did you feel he handled the track, Derek? Obviously, it's a very different track, isn't it, to Shartin and obviously all-weather racing. Did you feel that he handled Happy Valley well?
Well, I think last time he only first time there, not even trial, so the handle, I think he's handled pretty well. Yeah.
He's got gate 10, Derek, now obviously less than ideal around Happy Valley. Given his running style, he was sort of close to the pace last time. How do you try and overcome 10?
Well, you always have an outside draw with Ricky Yu, and we try to stay positive, make sure he try to get handy. If good, get the cover, and try to let him relax, switch off, and want him strong.
They've left him on his same mark as well of 46. He's only got a lightweight of 121. So I guess when you look at the race on paper, he certainly has his chance here, doesn't he?
Yes, well, he's always there. He just did a big green, and he just keep improving. Every time you can see him improving and learn something. And after the last one, I think he just keep improving.
He does look like he's doing just that. As for you, Derek, on a personal note, you're going to head off to Japan very soon. Victor, the winner, is due to run there. That must be exciting for you.
Yes, it's a great opportunity. So I want to thank you for the owner and the trainer support. And today we give him trial, easy trial. His trial good. We can find a cover, let him learn something, and he's doing pretty good.
Did you feel that he's improved from his big win last time, Derek?
Well, I wouldn't say just improve. Well, fitness and mental, he's ready. He's there yet. He's there already. So just first time try to go to Japan, the horse, and left turn. He just try to see any different for him. I will go there on Tuesday to get up him on the glass. So we will see how he feeling over there.
And for you, Derek, I mean, I'm not sure, correct me if I'm wrong, I mean, have you ridden abroad? Have you had much exposure to racing outside of Hong Kong?
Yes, I went to Australia, New Zealand, France, England, but Dubai, Singapore, Macau, yeah, I've been quite a few. So especially in England, we go like uphill, downhill, left, right in this one race. So yeah, I have some experience. And now internet is so popular. You can see the jockey cam, you can see everything online. So it's can make me more a lot preparation and more confidence.